Hey ladies, how are you all? Happy Friday, if it's Friday when you're seeing this video. I was feeling a little bit compelled to do this video today because I wanted to talk about the one thing, the one decision that I made last year that turned out to be the best thing that I've ever done for myself personally and also in my business. And that one thing that I'm going to talk about is my experience working with a business coach. And to give you a little bit of background without going into too much detail about my history, I have been a bit of a serial entrepreneur for as long as I can remember, starting at the age of 15. I've done everything from multi-level marketing. I did Mark Cosmetics, was my first venture into entrepreneurship at the age of 15. I sold designer swimwear on eBay. I've done, health and fitness supplements. I launched my own jewelry company, and ran that for 4 years called Glint Accessories. And most recently, my consulting and coaching business. But all of these things I was doing in addition to working full-time. And, for a variety of reasons, many of which were, limiting beliefs and, fears I had about taking my business to the next level so that I could, in fact, make a career out of my passion projects rather than it just being a side gig. But we'll get into that. Anyways, so what really changed for me last year was in 2015, I actually made the big leap in leaving my full-time corporate retail job in Minnesota and following the love of my life, now fiance Julian, and pursuing entrepreneurship full-time in California. So I left my full-time job in March of 2015 and launched my coaching and consulting business. I think it was June. And in my corporate retail job, I was there for 3 years, and I think when I left, after a few raises, I was making about $2,000 a month. And 6 months after leaving that job, and only 3 months after launching my coaching and consulting business, I had my first 10K month, which blew my mind. Back in March, or a year from now, if you would have told me that I would have been making that kind of money as a self-employed entrepreneur in my own business, working from home, doing what I love, hanging out with my cat every day, wearing my slippers, I would have laughed my ass off. So anyways, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what the biggest shift was for me, which was working with a coach. Sorry, thought I had a visitor. So anyways, it was, once I decided to pursue my business full-time and not having that full-time job to support me financially and kind of, be my excuse for not going full speed ahead in my own business because I had an income and I was just kind of doing these businesses as a side hobby for fun. I wanted to get really serious about making this happen in my life, and I knew in order to do that, I needed to be willing to take risks and do things that I had never done before in order to get a different result. Because in past businesses, I was always burning the midnight oil. I was exhausted physically, emotionally. I was lonely. I felt like nobody really got me or could connect with me. And so I would always end up burning out or losing my passion for what I was doing before I had ever actually achieved the success that I desired for myself and for my business. And so I knew going into this past year that I was going to have to shift my mindset completely and be willing to do these things that had always made me a little bit skeptical and fearful and taking risks and putting myself out there in ways that I had never done before in order to actually create a sustainable business, and one that would work for me, and one where I could work smarter and not harder and be able to create the life that I desire, which thankfully I absolutely have. And especially going into 2016, it is my goal now more than ever to first focus on creating the lifestyle that I desire to live, and then create a business that supports that lifestyle, and shifting from doing the things that I feel like I should do and have to do to doing the things that I want to do, the things that inspire me and fulfill me and, light me up inside, because that's what life is all about. If we're going to spend all of this time working, for what? You want to be doing work that fulfills you and that really lights you up, so that you can enjoy the time that you're working as well as the time that you have outside of your business. And I believe that's possible for all of you, because a lot of you are, doing these businesses on the side, or you have part-time jobs and you're trying to do it all, and you have so much going on that it's really hard to focus on just doing the things that you really love, because you feel like in order to do what you love, you have to make sacrifices and commit to these obligations just to keep, maybe a steady paycheck, or to keep your family from freaking out that you're pursuing a business. So one of the things that I did that I was hesitant to do, and it really comes down to my personal money story and being afraid to make an investment in myself, was hiring a business coach. Because, if you're like me, you don't have a lot of money laying around, and if you're going to spend that money, you want to have something to show for it. Like, you want to see that money in your closet or in your house, or you want something tangible right there in front of you after you make that payment to be like, okay, this is what I have, I love it, good decision, whatever. And investing in a coach is all about having faith in knowing that you are worthy and deserving of investing in yourself, in your development, in your business growth, even though it might take a little bit of time. It's not that instant gratification. For some, it might be. For some, making that investment in yourself, you might be like, yes, this is amazing, I made such a good decision, awesome, I have no doubt this is the best thing that I could do for myself. And that certainly happens. It probably happens more to the people who don't have to stretch themselves financially in order to, make an investment in their personal development. But I had the opportunity to finally work with a coach that I had been following, for several months. And she decided to launch a group coaching program, and it was kind of a spur of the moment thing for her. I think that she, felt inspired to launch. So she only marketed this program for 2.5 or 3 weeks before it was actually going to start. And as a result, she was offering, a ridiculously low price for this group coaching program, because, she was just trying to get some people in, for the start of this program. This is a coach who charges $10,000 for her coaching packages. So she's an industry leader, phenomenal coach, somebody that I absolutely love to death, and I've followed religiously. So when I saw the opportunity come up to work with her personally, and also in a group with other women who are on my same path, on my journey to build successful businesses, knowing that I need to do something different, and I need the accountability and support, and really the collaboration from other women in order to shift my mindset enough to really take that leap in my business and start doing things differently. So I made that leap, made that decision to, join her group coaching program. Excuse me. And since then, everything in my world has completely shifted. It's just been incredible in, a short amount of time. I mean, I just remember the first month of working in the group coaching program and being with these other women is exactly what I was looking for in so many ways. Like, all of a sudden, the uncertainty that I had around my business and what I should be doing every day was completely replaced to this very clear vision of what I'm doing, why, what I expect to happen, my goals for the next month, the next 3 months, the next year. Like, everything is so clearly defined that I feel such a sense of purpose and passion behind what I'm doing every single day, that I no longer wake up thinking what should I do today? Or, oh, well, that sounds really hard, but this sounds easy, so I'm going to do this today, and I'll just put that off until later. Like, working with the coach has helped me identify specifically what I need to do step by step in order to accomplish my goals, whether they're the small short-term goals or the long-term goals. Excuse me. So that has been incredible, and I know from talking to many other women that they are feeling the same thing. Like, we are all extremely smart, passionate, hardworking, motivated, driven women who are willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done and be successful. But what we're lacking is the structure and the guidance and the daily support and the accountability that we need to actually put our ideas into action so that we can start seeing some growth and seeing some result. Because far too often we spend so much time in our business doing things, and we have so many ideas, and yet a month goes by, and at the end of the month we're like, what did I just spend my time doing for the last month? Like, I have nothing to show for this. And it's really frustrating, right? So having somebody that can kind of cut through all of the crap for you and tell you exactly what you need to be doing when and what you don't need to be doing, and lay it out in a path that is so easy for you to understand, will change everything for you. Like, it just makes so much sense. As soon as you get clear on what you need to prioritize and what you need to be doing to take action and see some growth in your business, it truly will change everything for you, no matter what type of business that you're in. The other incredible thing that I've experienced through my group coaching program is just the love and the support, the friendship, just the genuine authenticity of the women in this group. Like, I could not have handpicked a more inspiring, incredible group of women if I had tried. Like, I had never imagined that I would have the opportunity to connect with other, brilliant, motivated, inspiring women that are doing incredible things in their business. And to be a part of that every single day as you're part of a group coaching program, like, there's nothing that lifts you up more than seeing, women alongside of you that you're working with do such amazing things in their business. They say the 5 people you spend the most time with are the people that you are most likely to become. So surround yourself with people that inspire you and push you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And in a group coaching program, that's exactly what you get, because you get all of these women that are all trying to be the best version of themselves and create an incredible business and grow personally and professionally. They all genuinely support you and encourage you. They hold you accountable, and they want to see what's best for you. And it's just incredible to be a part of that. And business aside, I communicate with these women who have other things outside of their business that they want help and support with, whether it be their relationships, family life, money issues, their kids. It's like all of a sudden I have this incredible group of women that are just incredible friends, and in such a short amount of time I've been able to feel that connection with these women. And on top of that, just the collaboration, the things that we've done together outside of the coaching calls has been incredible. We've done Instagram contests. We help each other with editing copy or giving feedback on our websites, deciding what products to sell, packages to sell, pricing our products, how we pay ourselves. I've recently started working with 3 other girls. We're going to start doing a talk show on Blab, which is kind of like Periscope, except you get to work with up to 3 other people and live stream videos. So we're doing this talk show, all of these incredible things that I've always wanted to do or have been ideas in my head, but I've just sat on my hands. I've never taken action before because I've never had somebody to push me or encourage me to do that. And now I'm just in this group of people who are constantly creating new things and have new ideas and want to work with me and help our businesses grow together. So it's just incredible. The collaboration of the other women in the group, the live coaching with my coach that is in a position that I want to be in myself, and to be able to work with her and help her or get help from her in guiding me on the right path is truly invaluable. And it has really inspired me to offer something similar that is accessible to other women entrepreneurs, because I love working with other women, and especially entrepreneurs, and to be able to create something like this is something that I think is so powerful. And that's why I have created the Entrepreneuress Alliance Mastermind Group, is to create another opportunity like this for the women that are around me and the women that I've had the privilege of connecting with, and giving them that same experience that I have found so valuable. So I am starting my mastermind in February, first or second week of February. It will be a 3-month program. It will probably go into either the end of April or mid-May, just depending on when we get started. But my hope is that, I get a handful of really ambitious women who are just looking to up-level their business and up-level their life and truly start creating a business and a life that they love, and, stop settling for mediocrity. Stop just going through the motions and stop surviving in your business and truly start thriving. Create something that's sustainable, that works for you even when you're not working. It's an incredible thing to have. So my group coaching program will consist of weekly live calls with me, so about 90 minutes every week. And the time and date of the calls will be determined once I get people to sign up for the program. I'll send out a schedule, and people can opt in for the times that they are available for, and then I will schedule those calls for when most people are available, and also making sure that everybody has the opportunity to hop on, at least a few calls per month. But all of the calls will be recorded and saved to a Dropbox for everybody to access at any time, so you don't necessarily have to take notes. You'll be able to rewatch those videos play back, so you can learn from the training that takes place, as well as all of the questions that are asked on the call. And so the calls themselves are about 90 minutes, and they will consist of a specific training done by me that is determined by what everybody in the group has expressed that they really need help with. So this is not just going to be like a general training program where I say, this week we're talking about this week we're talking about this. I'm going to communicate with each and every one of you to find out exactly where you're at in your business and exactly what you need help with. And that's how I will cater this program to help you out, because I find mine more often than not that a lot of people are in similar positions and need help in similar areas. So, once I can reach out to each and every one of you and find out exactly what you need, that's what will kind of determine what those weekly topics are, but it will also be really flexible. So in addition to the training calls, we will have live laser coaching. So anybody that's actually on the call, we, depending on how many people that is, will divide up the time so that each one of you gets a specific amount of time to ask your questions to me, and I'll provide personalized coaching to answer those questions, give you feedback. We can look over your copy, your website. We can, any specific thing that you're needing that week is what I'll be able to help you with. I might be able to give you, resources or, different tools that you need, scripts, like whatever it is that may be coming up in your business, that's what I'll be able to help you with. And everybody else on the call will also be able to learn from your questions and the training and the support that you're getting from me. So, in addition to those 90-minute weekly live calls, you will also be in a Facebook group with just the people in the mastermind, and that's where you will collaborate, create, and find support daily. So you can ask questions at any time, you can look for support, you can share your expertise to help each other out. And this is where it can be so powerful, because having that support every day in your business while you're trying to build and grow is so valuable. And I encourage you, get together in small groups. Like if 2 or 3 of you want to get together on a call weekly in addition to the group mastermind calls, do that. It's awesome. Get to know each other. Like that's exactly what this is for. It's incredible what you can come up with together and how beneficial it is being able to connect with people that are on your path and trying to achieve the same goals that you are. So it's going to be an incredibly powerful program, and I really hope that you guys take the opportunity to invest in yourself, because you are worth it. You are absolutely worth it. And if you believe in yourself and you believe in your business, then you should be able to take that leap and join a program that is going to help you in so many ways. And the value of this program far exceeds the current pricing, but I really wanted to make it accessible for as many people as possible, because I know what it's like to be tight on funds and be hesitant about making an investment. And I can guarantee you that the price right now, which is $250 a month, or if you want to opt in for all 3 months and save $150, it would be $600 for 3 months. But that is going up as of as of February 1st. So it will only be at $250 for the next week and a half, and then it'll be going up to $350 a month. it's an incredible price, and even the $350 a month is just kind of ridiculous for everything that you're getting. But like I said, I want it to be accessible to as many of you as possible, so you can get the help and support and accountability that you need to really see incredible change in your business in 2016. So, that being said, I can't express anymore how valuable this opportunity is, and I hope that you guys see it. If you have any questions for me, if you want to hop on a call and kind of talk about if this program is right for you, I'd love to chat with you at any time, whether it's in the next week or so or into February. Like, if there's ever something that you need help and support around, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because I'd love to chat about you and your business and your goals and what challenges you're currently experiencing, so we can work together to try and overcome those, so you can move on to being the fearless, fabulous entrepreneur that you are. So please don't hesitate to contact me. Would love to chat with you about this further. And I really hope to see you in the group coaching program. It changed everything for me, and I know it could do the same for you. So really hope to see you there. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.